Hey guys, Kula Gaming here, and today let's talk about why Kris Dletarune is secretly Poland. You ever notice how Kris acts weird? As if there's somebody controlling him? Maybe a friend inside of him? Well, little did you know, Poland is actually also a being capable of making its own decisions, but secretly is being controlled by the people inside of it. Did you know? Poland was originally going to be named Togor, but was later changed when it was realized that Toriel was still drunk with Sans when coming up with the name. Throughout the entirety of Dletarune chapters 3 and 4, and even a little sus moment in chapter 2, it seems Kris is in some sort of weird relationship with the Night, a being creating dark worlds and seemingly attempting to bring the roaring. You know who else was controlled by someone evil for a certain amount of time? That's right, the land of Poles itself. And to top it all off, Kris just looks like Poland. I mean, come on! At a certain point in Dletarune chapter 3, a Des theme song is played. This song is heavily themed around December holiday, a mysterious character who the entire hometown appears to think is missing or dead, and has some connections with the Night. And if it is true that Des is the Night, this makes sense as to why Kris acts strangely and may be working with them. They might want to bring Des back. You know who else wanted to return to the way things were at one point? That's right, Poland. Poland also sang Raise Up Your Bat at some point. Carol Holiday is a character in Dletarune that seems pretty strange. She is not Poland, but rather China. Kris is rather strangely seen eating moss throughout all 4 chapters of Dletarune, even though chapter 4 doesn't really do any of the funny bits of the other chapters. Why does Kris still eat moss in chapter 4? That's right, a guy in Poland ate moss one time. Here's the one last argument that will put everything in place. This whole Night conspiracy clearly has Asgore in shambles, with him mentioning a black shard and having a conspiracy corkboard, and saying that Tori will finally see. This is a subtle reference to a hypothetical new person called a Tori, that Asgore is planning to create to control Kris instead of the player. A mysterious entity who is named Chara, don't get it confused with the actual player playing the game. Tori will finally see is a subtle reference to the fact that when Tori is finally able to control Kris and thus Poland, Tori will finally be able to see, as he didn't have existence or eyes before. But remember, that's just a theory. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you know?